that we start, where it starts is with the adjustment. It starts with finding out, where is your body giving up energy? Where is it responding inappropriately to stimulus, to past, to thoughts? And not like thoughts like you're thinking consciously, but those things that pop up in the back of your mind, those things that you see a certain color, or somebody says a certain phrase, or you see a certain car, and it reminds you of somebody you don't like. It reminds you of a situation that was really stressful for you. And maybe that only happens for a minute, like for a second, you get tense, you can notice it in your body, and then you keep going because consciously you've dealt with it, it's over, consciously it's a past. But unconsciously, if your brain's doing that thousands of times a day, reacting to stimulus that doesn't need to react to, it starts to drain your energy. It shuts down your digestion. You can't digest as well. You can't absorb nutrients as well. And then this is how a lot of people get into, this situation where they wake up one day and all of a sudden they're like, I have a chronic issue. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. I used to be able to eat these things and now I eat them and I feel sick. Or I used to sleep really well and now I don't sleep very well. Or, when I used to be able to lose weight easily, and now it doesn't matter how clean I eat, it seems like the weight doesn't come off. Now look, some of these things are aging, some of these things are, how we're designed, some of these things are hormonal. Like, there's a lot of factors, but it doesn't matter what factors you look at. If your brain's reacting to 1,000 different stimulus that aren't even happening right now, they're just thoughts and memories, that's a lot of energy. My kids, I always use the example, my kids laugh at me when they get my cell phone and they look at my cell phone, they're like, Mom, you have so many programs open on your cell phone, don't you, you wonder why your phone runs so slow. And when I get people on my table, it's the same thing. You wonder why your body's moving so slow, you wonder why your life's moving so slow, or you wonder why you can't find the energy to take on new projects or complete the ones you started, or you're just angry or upset all the time. Yeah, it's because there's too many programs open, like not here, but here. There's too many windows open on this primal cell phone back here, this original computer chip that we were born with that was amazing, right? It's amazing. There's nothing wrong. It's actually perfect because you got where you are today by those automatic programs like firing and having you do things before you even consciously know you need to do them. Do you ever notice what a miracle that is? You're driving down the street. I mean, we drive these cars, tons of plastic now and steel, and and there's a bunch of us, and it's amazing. Like, there's a lot of accidents here in Arizona, but it's amazing there aren't more. And a lot of times it's because your brain is actually doing the work. This part of your brain's doing a lot of reacting and assessing and judging and making sure that you make the turn or swerve out of the way or slow down or speed up or do whatever you need to do, and you're not even thinking about it. You're like making your grocery list. You're thinking about what you're going to make for dinner. You're thinking about, am I ever going to go on vacation? Like, you're having all these other thoughts, but you're driving this, multi-ton vehicle, and you make it from point A to point B, and you haven't crashed. You ever think about what a miracle that is? So, but then, when something does happen, like maybe you have a crash, or, you're walking down the street, or you're an athlete, or you're running, and then you trip and you fall, and you're like, gosh, I'm like in such shape. Like, I can't believe I twisted my ankle. No, it's because like for that one split second, your brain got distracted by something, and then you didn't fire that muscle properly. You weren't present. You weren't right there doing what needed to be done now. Your brain was actually reacting to something that's happened. It's worried about it's going to happen later, or something that happened in the past. That's happening all the time. And we can, and by that I mean me and you, because I always refer to as we, and here at Abundant Health Arizona, it's still just me. It was Gibson Wellness Center a long time ago. People would say, well, where's Gibson Wellness Center? I'd say it's wherever I am. Because I was a mobile practice then, and I always refer to it as we, because it's not just me, it's me and you and the power that made you. We're going to work together because we can stop a lot of that unnecessary reaction. We can slow it down. We can put it aside. We can have your brain check in and say, is it appropriate? Some of it might be appropriate. Some of it we can turn up. Maybe some of your reacting is dulled because your brain is like so muddied that it doesn't realize it should be reacting to things. It's not reacting. So there's so many things we can do, and that's just with the gentle adjustment. And then once you're adjusted, and once your body is present, once you're like right here, the tendency that we have as human beings is, oh great, I have this energy, I'm present, I can go run back into my life and do what I always do, which is great. That's what I want you to be able to do. I want you to be able to do whatever you want to do in your life. It's not up to me. It's not up to me to say, oh, you're going to feel better and then you should just rest, or oh, you should feel better, you should never exercise again. No, we got to give your time, your body time to heal. But then I want you to be able to do whatever big crazy thing you want to do in your life, run multi-million-dollar corporations, or hike the tallest mountains in the world, or take care of a lot of children, or go and run a charity, or start something that nobody's ever started, or invent something nobody's ever invented. See, there's so many things. Isn't it exciting when you're not worried about surviving every day? Isn't it exciting that there's so many things you could be doing in the world? So I want you to go off and do those. But once your body is in this healing state, I like for you to give it 20 to 30 minutes to just be in that healing state. And so here at Abundant Health Arizona, I've created these healing rooms, and this is one of them. This is I call it the beach room, and I'm too far away to angle up, but up on the ceiling there is a ceiling tile that looks like the beach, and it's where we do the ion detox foot baths. And a lot of people, if you notice, since I've been talking, the water has changed colors, and there's a lot of controversy, and people like to get all excited about, oh my gosh, what's coming out of me? The water's all these colors. And then other people like to complain like, oh, that's just a sham and nothing's really happening. Look, all I know is that I'm sitting here relaxing with my feet in the warm water. The little metal plates are making ions. My feet, the pores at the bottom of my feet are bigger than they normally would be, and some of those ions are getting absorbed into my skin, just like if I walked on the beach and I breathed them in. And I'm in Arizona, there's no beach here, in case you didn't know. It's 6 hours away, maybe 2 if you go to Mexico. But I can do that, and I can relax, and I can there's just nothing to do. When I'm sitting here, there's nothing for you to do for 30 minutes. Now, a lot of people still want to check their phones, and I'm not really strict about it, although you get a better foot bath if you just relax and focus and be present and meditate. Some people wear if you've seen some of my other videos, the brain tap. I'm going to do a video about that soon. Some people wear the brain tap headset while they're sitting in the foot bath, and that can be really relaxing. I've got a coloring book here, an adult coloring book, and things you can color with. Some people like to do that while they're sitting in the foot bath, or read about your emotions and essential oils. I think that's an important book. Or I have all kinds of books here that you can read, but read about something uplifting and something maybe you wouldn't normally do. Every once in a while, someone might come in and bring you a cool resource like Chaz just did. But look, the thing is, I'm sitting here, I'm relaxed. My body and my brain are connected. And when your body and your brain are connected, and your brain checks in with all your organs and all your tissues and actually see what is there actually to do right now, it's a miracle. It can do it. And so that's why we have the ion detox foot bath. And that's why I really recommend that most people that work with me do an adjustment and a therapy. An adjustment and therapy every single week, sometimes twice a week if you're super stressed, maybe a little less often if you really just can't get in here and it's more stressful to try to come in every week than it is. I don't want to create more stress, but I know that if you invest this 30 to 45 minutes in your life every week, I know from personal experience, because I go to my own chiropractor. I go to Dr. Brett Broomhall. I drive 45 minutes in traffic, going every other week now, although that might have been a mistake because I haven't felt as good as when I was going every week. But, I do it, and I know that it's an investment in myself. And when I have that stress taken off, when my body is synergized, for lack of a better word, when my body is firing, when everything's optimally aligned, sometimes I get more aware, sometimes like, wow, yeah, my back really hurts. But I've been running around ignoring it for, the 7 days in between my appointments. And to be reminded, like, you have some back issues that are chronic, and you got to remember to stretch, and you got to remember to exercise, and you got to remember to rest a little bit and wear the right shoes and, do all those things. Like, it's good sometimes for your body to have pain and remind you of that. So we're about at the 16-minute mark now. I want to thank you for spending this time with me and listening to my love for all things health and wellness and health transformation and chiropractic and detox. And I hope you'll join me again, and I hope you'll come in and try your own 45-minute spa day here at Abundant Health Arizona.